Hey friend, this is Jennifer, and this is the Jennifer Allwood Show, the podcast for women who want to learn how to live an intentional life or build their creative business. I'll be giving you my very best business tips, bringing you interesting guests, giving you a daily dose of Jesus, and I'm committed to always keeping it real. Grab a cup of coffee and let's dive in. I'm so honored that you're here. Well, hey everyone, this is Jennifer Allwood, and welcome to my first Monday Fire episode. These are going to be really short, like faith-based episodes that are going to hopefully help set you on fire for your work week. And I'll tell you where this idea came from. We recently had our first Faith in Business conference here in Kansas City, and it was absolutely spectacular. I mean, I thought it was spectacular, and I think everybody that was there thought it was spectacular. And what it showed, both me and my team, is, man, there is such a need for more people to hear about how to run their business from an eternal perspective, how to bring Jesus into their business, what that looks like on a daily basis, how to really keep our mind wired tight in a Christ-like manner so that our business is able to prosper. And so that's what these Monday Fire episodes are going to be focused on. And I'm so excited that you're here. So this week, we're going to start off by talking about something that I actually spoke a little bit about at the conference. And that is talking about how we cannot be blessing and cursing out of our mouth at the same time. So in other words, there are things that all of us want in our life and in our business, right? And yet sometimes we're complaining about the very tools that could perhaps help to get us there. Let me give you a good example. When I coach over 2,000 women every month in my inner circle, I kind of get a front row seat to the mindset, the vernacular, the thinking of a lot of entrepreneurs every month. And I can tell that there's so many people who are frustrated with social media, in particular Facebook. Let's just talk about the elephant in the room here, and in particular the algorithm. And so what I see oftentimes happening with entrepreneurs is this: they'll be complaining about the very thing that they are hoping is going to eventually bless their business. So I'm teaching students how to grow their Facebook and their Instagram and their Pinterest, and how to use their social media in a way to make sales, right? But I've got entrepreneurs who are complaining about Facebook on the daily. They're griping about the algorithm. I just can't get my posts seen. I can never get it to grow. There's a lot of I can nevers, by the way. And what I want to draw attention to is that the very thing these entrepreneurs are hoping is going to be a catalyst in their business, something that can really get more eyeballs on their business, something that can really make their business prosper, Facebook, social media in general, is the very thing that they're complaining about. And so, it goes back to that scripture. You can go look it up. I want you to sit and meditate on it. Actually, it's James 3:10. I had to go look it up for those of you who think I'm a Bible scholar. Please, please, honey, please. I'd love for you to think that about me, but no, I'm terrible knowing where different scriptures are in the Bible. So I remembered this scripture. God brought it back to my mind. And so I went and did the Google. I Googled blessing and curses out of your mouth. And this is what came up. James 3:10 says, out of the same mouth proceeds blessing and curses, and that ought not be. So friends, if you are wanting your social media to grow, please watch your words and watch what you're saying about things such as Facebook. Instead, I want you to ask God, show me how I could possibly post things on Facebook that would get me a better reach. Lord, show me how I could do Facebook ads to get more people who are following me. God, give me the insight on how to use my Instagram stories in a way that I could build relationship, which would then turn into customers. Ask God to teach us. So often I think that we think we can only go, that's funny. I think that we think we can only go to God for the big stuff. And he literally wants to be involved in all the details of our life, which, oh, by the way, includes our business, which, oh, by the way, includes social media. I literally often will say, Lord, will you make me smarter than I am? Will you make me smarter than I am? Because I'm not smart enough to figure out the algorithm either, my friends. But Lord, will you make me smarter than I am? Help people to find me on social media who need to find me. Help people to find me on social media who are going to be incredible radical customers who, are going to have a big mouth for what I'm doing and my teachings. Help me, Lord, to figure out how to post things in a way to get high engagement. Please don't underestimate the power of those prayers over your social media. But if you're wanting to grow your social media, also I want to encourage you to please quit complaining about it. Another example, I can remember back when I had my decorative painting company in Kansas City. I started that in the year 2000. And right away, we got into homes that they were incredible, friends. I mean, seriously, multi-million dollar homes we got to work in on the regular, which was amazing. And so here's something, though, that I was super sensitive to. And on times I could feel myself getting drug in and contributing to the conversation. Sometimes the women who worked for me or the people I would tell that these are the houses we were working in, there would kind of be an eye roll. Must be nice for those people to be able to afford, XYZ. There would be grumbling. There would be like this, what do I want to call it? Like just an attitude about people who had money. And I was super sensitive to it for the women who were working for me because I felt the need to remind them, girls, thank God for people who make money because they're allowing us to be here in their home today. They are literally giving us jobs today. So I want you to be super sensitive and super just cognizant. Be mindful of what you're saying about a group of people that perhaps you wish you belonged to. Like when I think about it, aren't all of us in business to make money? Don't most of us wish that we had more money in our bank account? And by the way, that's not a bad thing. I think so many people feel guilty about that. I do not feel even one iota guilty about the fact that I want to double our income for this year. Why? Well, when I double my income, I can double the amount of people working for me. I can double what I'm tithing. I can double the amount of vacations I get to take my family on and take my parents with me. So it's not about the money. I love that Stu McLaren says it's about what the money can do. And so if you're somebody who's hoping to double down on your bank account, who's hoping to grow your bank account, please be sure that you're not grumbling, rolling your eyes, and having an internal attitude toward the people who have what you want. I hope that makes sense. I hope that you enjoyed this. Also, this was fun for me. Also very challenging, I gotta be honest, to get it out of my brain and out of my lips in, just a few minutes. But what we're hoping is that when you listen to these short Monday morning ounces of encouragement, that it'll get you out the door, get you into your business, light a fire under your booty, and help you to keep things in a Christ-like perspective this week. So till next week, be blessed. Bye-bye. Hey friend, thank you so much for listening to the podcast again this week. I'm so honored that you're here and that you just listen week in and week out and that you share the Jennifer Allwood show with your friends and family. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, don't forget that you can subscribe to the podcast on iTunes, or if you're an Android user, go download the Stitcher app and you can subscribe there so that you know every single week when a new episode releases. Also, if you have any time to leave us a review, these reviews are super important in getting guests for the show and sponsors for the show. And so we'd appreciate it if you have just a second to leave us a review. That would be amazing. Thank you guys again for being here. And until next week, stay creative.